just let us know where you're joining from, and I will start on the 2 minute mark. So I'll wait for people to join in, and then I will start. And today's topic is on the sense of getting rich. I'm doing small lectures on that, just explaining this book, The Sense of Getting Rich. And today I will be talking about oneness and thought, which are some of the principles in the sense of getting rich. So I'll wait for people to join. And if you don't know me, just to introduce myself, my name is Mombi Rachel Figil, and yeah, I am an alignment coach. And yeah, I am excited to be doing these topics and talking on this book because it have played a major role in my life, and it continues like to change my life. And that's why I want to share this wisdom. So if you happen to join in, just let us know where you're joining from, and let me know how is my audio. How is my audio? Just let me know. Let me know. Hello. So I'll be starting on the 2 minute mark. Yeah. So hello everyone. Welcome back. To those who are coming for the first time, welcome. And for those who are coming back, uh, thank you for coming back. Feel welcomed. And just to introduce myself that you get to know me, my name is Mombi Rachel, and I am an alignment coach. And I'll be talking on the sense of getting rich, which is a key core in my teachings. In fact, I'll just start uh, from the topic of oneness. The Sense of Getting Rich was written in 1910 by Wallace Wattles. Hello, those who are joining in, hello, welcome. So, The Sense of Getting Rich, it is a book which was written in 1910 by a great man called Wallace Wattles. And this book, what Wallace Wattles talks about, he says that getting rich, there is a formula to getting rich, because he says, for example, you can see two people who do the same business. They are in the same location. They are doing almost the same things, but one is getting rich and the other one is getting almost bankrupt. There is a reason for that, because getting rich, it is a formula. It is not about your talents. It is not because of how you look. It is not about how you talk. It has nothing to do with that. It is a formula. There is a formula of getting rich. And some people get rich consciously, knowing what they are doing, and others just stumble upon that formula of getting rich by just unconsciously, and they get rich. And he also talks about getting rich has two ways. You can get rich by competition, by bargaining, by doing hard bargains on people, by stealing, or by just doing competitive business, which is in most cases is the order of the day, and it is not bad. But he says when you come from that, you are coming from a mindset of lack, from a mindset that mindset is not godly, because he says that there is another way you can get rich, and getting rich in the other way, it is the creative way. It is through creation. It is you creating the wealth or the money that you want. And in this sense of getting rich, it is about you creating your wealth. your money. And how do you create that? You create that from the original substance or from the raw material. If you have not read this book, just try to read it. If it is for the first time, it will seem a little bit like you are not getting, but probably you are resonating because he used these strong words like original substance, like formless substance. So creating rich the creative way, creating money the creative way, it will take you going to the original substance, like the way God did, literally like the way God did. And you create from the raw material that God used to create from. That is what Wallace Wattles, who I respect, who I honor, who I feel very, very guided by. You create from that raw material which God used, and then you create whatever you want. And when you create it, you bring it in the physical realm. And that is what he explains in this book, which many people don't understand because this book is really, really deep. It is really, really deep. He talks about you going from to the raw material and creating whatever you want. And when you create it, it will appear in the physical realm, just like what God did. So this book, he says, it is not for somebody who just want uh, who is not understanding why they want money. It is for somebody who really want wealth, who really want to get out of poverty and go into the wealth realm, into the riches realm, into the richest dimension, into the abundance dimension. It is for that person. If you have not decided that you want to be rich, you want to be wealthy, this book is not for you, or this formula is not for you. It is for the people who want to get out of poverty once and for all. Because you are going to go on the original substance, create what you want, and then whatever you have created, it is what is going to manifest in your physical reality. And he goes on, giving the principles or the how you are going to do that. But you have first of all to understand how you are creating and where you are creating from. That raw material, which he calls the original substance or the formless substance, it is a spiritual being. It is a spiritual raw material, which he calls a substance. And that spiritual raw material, it is what God used. He created the planets. He created the whatever you see on this earth, he created. But when he created, he did not create everything. And that is how I interpret when God says that he created man on the sixth day and he said now man can take over because he knew that man could create, more and more. So when God created and he has the raw material still remaining, the rest of the raw material, it is so big that every human being can create whatever they want and still it will not finish because God is like abundant. If God is a good God and He has created people, believe God created everything for everyone. You don't have to take from anyone. In fact, that is one of the principles in the sense of getting rich. You don't have to take anyone's anything. Don't have to be jealous of anyone because you can create your own. Don't take from anyone. You can create your own. So, how to create from this raw material? It is using your thought. That is what I'm talking about today. Thought is the only thing that can be used to go into the formless substance. Your imagination. Are you getting me? So, whatever you think, It comes into your mind in an imagery form. And that imagery, it is what is being imprinted on the raw material. It is what is being imprinted on the substance, on that formless substance. And when it is imprinted, if you keep on thinking and thinking on the same thing and pressing on that image, you are going to create that image or that image that you are thinking about. And God, through His ways, you are going to receive that what you are thinking about into the physical realm. So your job is not to control how that thing will come to you. Your job is to think about what you want. It is to be clear on the image of what you want. The more precise you will be, the more precise you are going, or the more faster you are going to draw that what you want to you. It is not your duty to know how it is coming to you, so you don't have to manipulate anyone. You don't have to do anything fishy or anything funny to get what you want. You just have to keep on thinking and thinking on what you want and being as precise as you want until what you want is manifested in the physical reality. So your work is to stay focused on the imagery of what you want. Be precise as you want. For example, a simple car. If you want a car, and if you want a blue car, and if you want a certain mark of a car, you want a certain size of a car, think of that car over and over and over and over and over and over. Every day, every day, every day, think of it. Any moment you have your free time, think about it. The more and more you are putting that imagery on your mind, you are imprinting it on the substance because your mind and the substance is one thing. That is how the law of oneness or that oneness applies because we are all one. Everything is one. It is coming from that substance. Everything came from that substance, and everything is coming from that substance. How that is how we are one connected. All of us, that is how we are connected. So whatever you are thinking, God will put it in the thoughts of people, God will put it anyhow, but you will get whatever you want, whatever you imprint, but you have to be persistent. Don't doubt that whatever you are creating is not being made, it is being made. Keep the attitude of the mentality of you are creating, it is coming. That is how you stay persistent on that imagery. If you want a blue car, a certain kind of a car, keep that on. Sorry, just keep on that image. Know how to make your imagery strong. And the more it is going to hold, the faster it is going to come. Are you getting me? The more precise you can be on your imagery, the better. So, on the sense of getting rich, I have said it in almost all of my lives that this example that he gives in this book, that there was a certain man who was following his teachings and he was very poor. He was living in one apartment where it was cold, it was really bad conditions. And he decided he will try anyway this science of getting rich. He was one of his students. He will try anyway. What has he to lose? So he decided, he looked in his apartment and he thought, I want a carpet. So he had the imagery of that carpet. He tried it for a few weeks, thinking about it, having any time that the thought will come that he will not get the carpet, he will imprint on that carpet. And at the end of the day, At the end of the day, he, a few weeks, he received that carpet and he saw it was working. So he tried it with other things and then he saw it was working. And till the time that Wallace Wattles was writing this book, he was the owner of the block where he was living or the owner of the houses where he was living. But when he started, he was just the owner or he was renting in that apartment. So it is you imprinting the imagery of what you want. And also remembering that we are all one. Everything is one. Uh, we are all created in from the same raw material. There is nothing that is outside. So that is why he says, when you are using the sense of getting rich as your way of manifesting or as your way of creation, don't say manifesting is a creation, as your way of creation, you cannot use this method to harm others. Like you are not getting things so that you may be boastful to others. You are not getting your riches by misusing others, by manipulating others, because we are all one. So the substance has everyone takes like the substance is for the good of everyone. So when you start putting your intention different from that, the substance will not support you. This method will not support you. But if you use this method, have it in your mind that you are using for the betterment of others. Not only your betterment, but also for the betterment of others. Why? Because the substance is for the betterment of all, or God is for the betterment or for the well-being of all. So it cannot be that you are misusing others to get your wealth or you're manipulating others to get your wealth. It will not work. That is another different way of getting wealth, which is okay. It is called the competitive, that is what we call the competitive way. But if you are using the godly creative way, have your intention of um, like bettering the lives of others. Or in other words, the exact words he used is increasing the lives of others. In fact, that is a principle that I talked about yesterday, increasing life. Yeah, it is talked in one of the chapters. So that is how this method will work for you. So today I have talked about oneness and I have talked about thought. Thought is the only way you are going to imprint your imagery on the substance. So see you in the next videos. I will continue on these lectures and I know that as we are continuing, uh, if you have not come across this book, try to get it and try to read it for yourself and then probably come and listen again and try for yourself. Try for yourself. I have said I have tried it and I'm still trying it in other different areas of my life and it works. This one, it works. So see you in the next videos and bye bye.